What up, YouTube? I haven't done one of these in a while, but today I'm going to show you how to change your headliner. All right. The reason I'm changing it or taking it off is because my sunroof decided it didn't want to close today, and today it rained, so it kind of closes, but then it opens right back up. So I'm going to take the headliner off so that I can get these things back on track and see if we can take care of it. All right, first thing you have to start with is the sun visors. So this is a small flathead screwdriver. You're going to need that. All right. All right, so if you're looking at your sun visor, you're probably thinking, well, how the hell do I get that off? Because there's no screws, right? But on the opposite side, where this sits by the window, there's actually a little hole on this side. So that's where you want to get it off. Now, you're going to take that flathead screwdriver. You're going to kind of stick it in the corner there. And then one part of it is actually going to push down. It's going to push in. You can feel it. If you can see this thing, the way it rotates, as you push it, you just keep turning the visor like this. Just keep spinning it all the way toward the window. Actually, let me show you. I don't want to put it all the way up because I just took forever trying to get it down, but I'm trying to make it easier for you. So as it's up, you have that pin in there. Just keep spinning it toward the window like this, and then put the screwdriver in the side again before you spin it back so you can hold it, and then spin it again and do the same process until it spins all the way out, and then just kind of gently pull it down. And I've done it for both sides already, and I'm gonna get to the next part. All right, so the next part, you're going to want to remove the light so that you can actually pull this down and disconnect it. If you pull the little tiny screwdriver inside like this and just kind of work it down, just try not to break it. There you go. It'll actually pull right down, and there should be screws underneath somewhere. Yeah, there's a screw right there. So I'm going to take these screws off. That way I can remove this. As you can see, there's two screws. I've already removed one of them. So just go ahead and remove, both. And it should drop right down. Fell right under the seat, what I didn't want. But just grab those screws, put them in a cup holder or somewhere where you can keep them from being lost. After you've removed the screws, you can go ahead and pull this down. It should be connected by a wire here. There's just a little pin connector. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off, and I'll pull it out, and then you should be good to go with this. I don't want it to fall, so I'm gonna put down the phone real quick. All right, there's actually another pin connected to the dome lights. So looks like these two tabs here, I can pull them back and pull it up. If not, there's two of these on the back and two on the front that you can probably push in and release it. So I'm gonna do that. While trying to push in the tabs, I had a better idea. Actually, this is slim enough to just turn sideways and push up when you pull the sunroof down. That way you can just leave it hanging and not have to worry about the extra connections. That'll be a lot easier. So I'm just gonna leave that, and I'm gonna go on to the next step. These little tabs here, if you just turn it, they'll come right out. It looks like there's a little green piece that's still in there, and then this one connected to the bottom, so you have to turn it when you put it back in. All right, for your arm handles here, there is a little hole in the side there, right here. So I am assuming that you can pop that back, and there's probably some screws underneath. I'm actually gonna try that with a screwdriver because it's, hold on. All right, so I pulled the little clip off. You put a little flathead in the side of there, pull it down. This is what you find, no screws. So these two metal parts, there's one here, one there. What I think is what happens is you squeeze those in and it should pop off of that gray part, and that way you can slide this thing down. So that's what I'm gonna try, and that should work. All right, so that's exactly what happened. I squeezed the two inner pieces and then it pulled right off. It's hard to show you this while actually holding, let's see if I can pull that one, while holding the phone. Let's see. There we go. Well, and that's it. So you just got those two pieces hanging there. All right, just do the same thing for the backs. I'm gonna do these two over here, and then we'll see what's next. All right, guys, I've removed all of the door handles from everywhere. The only thing that's still on this is the dome light in the back. I'm gonna take that one off when I get to it. For now, I'm gonna try and get this loose from the front at least. I went ahead and I tried to pull it down a little bit from the front. Seemed like it was a little stuck. I gave it a little force here by the sunroof where the opening is, and it did pull it down a little bit. So you would probably have to remove these panels here and then the ones that are in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. To remove these, it shouldn't be too hard. You should be able to just pull this back and put a screwdriver in the corner there and lift it off, or lift it from the corner here. So I'm gonna do that, and then that way we can get this down. All right, I went ahead and I put my screwdriver in the corner here where the weather ceiling is, and then I went ahead and pulled it back. Be careful because there is a side airbag in here. You don't want that to explode on you. It is better to disconnect your battery terminals before you start this. I haven't yet because I need my sunroof to still open and close so I can figure out why it's getting caught. But just be careful with the airbag. I'm not gonna pull it all the way down. I see that it is connected with clips in there, but I don't think I need it to come all the way off. I just need just enough clearance for this to pull out. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'll just try to slide it back in. All right, when you're removing this panel, you wanna start with the bottom one. If you put your screwdriver in, see there's a little tiny crack that's holding the bottom one to the top one. You just wanna go ahead and separate the bottom one from the top, and that way the bottom will pop out. After you've disconnected the bottom, this part should just slide right down. You can actually put your hand in the middle and just slide it down. But before you do that, make sure that the clips in the inside are not hooked on, because if those are hooked on, it's not going to slide anywhere. So if it doesn't slide easy like this, then you know it's still stuck on something. So I'm going to leave that there, and then I'll just put that up when I'm done. All right, guys, we're going to remove the back panel, the dome light. I don't think I have anything small enough to fit in these things here. I'm gonna try my best. There we go. But you probably want to do these sides. This is probably where the tabs are. Yep, there's one tab. All right. So both tabs are there. Just get them out. There are two screws. Remove the two screws, and then we can probably either let this hang or... All right, so I find that pulling the sunroof, the headliner down, it's pretty hard. It seems like there's attached to clips, so you have to grab it in specific spots to pull it down. I've been able to get some of it, but I'm still working on the rest. For the back here, I pulled off the side panel first. If you put a little tiny flathead in there, you can pop it off, pull it out. Just be careful with the clips, and then you can pull this and pull the bottom down. Again, be careful because there is an airbag back here. Every time you see this sign right here, that means there's an airbag. So be careful. That's why I didn't stick the screwdriver in. I wanted to kind of watch where I pulled. That way I didn't activate an airbag somewhere. So you can see there's an airbag there, and it actually runs all the way through here. If you pull this down and you look in, you'll see the airbag is tied up. So I'll try not to make that blow. All right. All right, guys, I've got the entire headliner removed. As you can see, it's a different day because yesterday it started raining and it was pretty dark, so I just postponed it. But the entire thing is off. Just make sure you put a screwdriver or something plastic in between the little black things on the side and just go along the entire headliner. These are all attached to little velcros up top. These things here. So they're kind of all around the sunroof. If you don't have a sunroof, I don't know if you have velcros or not. But those little pins from the hooks are here. You just pull it down. And then in the back, so right back here, there are 2 clips. So if you put your hand under, you can try to pull one down. The way I did it is I went to the back side of the car over here, and I kind of stuck my hand in so I could feel the hook, and then I pulled it down, and then I came to this side, and this side I couldn't do because the airbag's kind of in my way, and then some cable that's connected. So I got to figure out where it's attached so I can disconnect the cable, and then I just put my hand here, and I pulled it down. So I'm going to pull the entire headliner off, and then fix the sunroof. I've got the entire headliner off. It's hanging, ready to come out. Only problem I'm having is the front beam here. For some reason, there is a cable that is connected. So this cable right here that runs along the entire length of the headliner. I think it plugs in both of these side curtain airbags. As you can see, it's plugged up right here, and I can't get the pillar off for some reason. It's stuck. I don't want to break the clip or whatever it is that it's connected to, so I'm just trying to figure that out before I can actually get the rest of the headliner down. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done. All right, so I just realized that this cord it goes all the way down. So really the only easy way to actually take it off is to just remove the metal pieces that are on the headliner, and then just take it off of there, and then we'll put it back in order to plug it up to the back of the car again. All right, so I've got the cable all the way off. This is just like weather tape. You can find that and put them back in. You can probably tape it with anything, but the weather tape kind of sticks to anything. So maybe use some of that to put the airbag cable back on. Otherwise, I've got the entire thing off. Let your seats all the way down. That way you have some space to pull it out. I'm gonna try to pull it out the front door, I guess. I'll try the front driver's door and see how that works. I finally got the entire headliner off. Sorry, I got it out the door, actually. I got it out of the left side driver's door, the rear door, and I'm not gonna lie, it took a lot of effort. Yeah, it was crazy to get out. I tried not to bend it as much as possible, but it is out. What we're looking at here is the sunroof. My sunroof is stuck. It closes, but it opens right back up after it closes, and I'm trying to figure out why. Trying to say there's something stopping it. I don't really know. I can't really tell from the top here. So I'm gonna pull this thing down so I can see what is it stuck on, or and actually put this shade back on the track because it's off at the front, as you can see there, so it doesn't close all the way. And maybe that's what's stopping the sunroof. There's some bolts on the side here. There's one there. There's one in the middle in the black. There's one in the front. Same thing on the other side. And then there's 2 here where the rear light is. And then there's 2 at the front. So I'm gonna pull all those bolts down and see if I can put this back on track real quick and get it all back up. so I can get everything back together. Alright, I've taken this entire sunroof panel down as much as I could without disconnecting all the front wires. I put the slider back on the track on both sides. Now there's still something stuck. There's like a clicking noise. Let me find my keys. Hold on a second. So right now it's halfway open. It looks like it's closed, but it's still halfway open. See if I'm gonna try to close it all the way. There's like a little click. Click again. So there's like something somewhere that I'm not seeing that's keeping it from closing. As I was sitting here, I realized there's actually 2 screws on the top of the sunroof, and that would probably make taking the sunroof off a little easier, but I do not have that size. I've got like 5 hex things in here and not one of them fits. So I'm gonna leave that for another day. I'm just gonna put the visor, I'm gonna put the what the hell, the inside back up, and I'm gonna have to figure this out a different day. Just put it back on top for now so it doesn't get wet, and I think that's gonna be it for now. I can't be on this all day, but at least you got to see how to take off the interior roof. I don't know why I can't figure out what the hell it's called right now. It's been one of those days. I got my the slider all dirty with my hands, so I have to try to figure out a way to wipe that off. But that's about it. I'm gonna post this video probably before I actually fix the moonroof or sunroof. That way at least people can see how to take off the interior. If you've done this before and happen to watch this video and I haven't fixed that click or whatever the hell is keeping it from closing, please comment, let me know. Thanks for watching, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Honda_dreams with a Z. And that's it. Peace.